Yo, what is going on, guys? On today's episode, women are waking up and realizing that they are still single. Who would have thought, guys? More and more women are becoming single as the years go on. Don't forget to leave your thoughts and your comments. Make sure you subscribe if you are new here, and let's get right into the video.
I'm tired of people telling me that I'm good looking, talented, I have a great personality, and that everybody would be lucky to date me, and yet I'm still fucking single. I'm tired of people telling me to put myself out there when I've put myself out there so many times and nothing ever works out for me. It just ends up being super awkward, or they ghost me, or I get heartbroken. I'm tired of people telling me to go on different dating apps when I've tried literally every dating app on the market, and it's always the same shit. Guys only ever want to have sex or hook up. It's very rare to find someone that wants to go on a date with me, and then if I do go on a date with them and then they realize that I don't want to have sex with them right off the bat, they stop talking to me and they completely ignore me and do a whole 180 and act like they hate me since the moment that they met me on the stupid app. And then if I go with women, most of them don't even talk, and the ones that do talk give me very dry conversations. And if I have dates with them, they end up just being my friend. I'm tired of making friends on dating apps. Like, all these people are amazing and I love them, but I want somebody to love me romantically. I want someone to hold me, someone to kiss me, someone to cuddle with me, someone I can talk to late at night, cry to them. I'm tired of making all of these great friends that don't give me the emotional and physical supports that I need. And I'm so tired of people being like, well, it's not your looks that's the problem. Clearly, because I've seen other big girls get into relationships too. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Why am I still single? I'm so tired of it.
So I'm going to set aside any insults here and not insult this woman. But at the end of the day, guys, if you are a woman and you are on a dating app and you are complaining about the quality of men, I would encourage you to look at yourself first. Dating is not difficult for women. They just make it incredibly difficult on themselves with their own standards and their unrealistic assessments of themselves. Let's get into the next clip.
So is there anybody who is actually single anymore? Because what I've noticed is I attract married men, taken men, men who are confused on what they want to be or who they want to be. I mean, like, where is the single man? Where is the black, godly men who go to church and actually really do serve the Lord?
I'm sorry, guys, but you do not get to ask for a godly man who takes commitment seriously and asks for marriage and all that sort of stuff when you are like in your 30s. What on earth are these women doing, guys? It's hilarious how they get to 30 plus years of age and now they start asking for the godly men to look after them. Like, come on now.
So today I was asked why I'm single, and the answer is very simple, okay? I am single by choice because if I wanted to be in a relationship, I could just make one phone call and that can change. But these days, these men have no self-control, no self-discipline. They have no courtship. They have no communication. And I'm not saying every man, I'm not saying that. But the men who seem to like want to talk to me just think that they could just be in my inbox and just boom, that's just what it is. No, that's not what it is for me, okay? I still believe in flowers, I still believe in dates, I still believe in gifts, I still believe in partnership, and that's just not out there in my opinion, okay? This is my opinion. And for me, I'd rather just stay single. I don't got time. Like, every time I open up a social media app, the same person who is in my DMs are like on other females' posts and shit, and it's kind of hilarious. It doesn't make me mad because I honestly don't care, but it just proves a point to me that there's no self-discipline, or, I mean, everybody's just for everybody. And I'm just not. So that's the answer.
Videos like this are hilarious, guys. So this woman argues that modern men lack discipline, courtship, communication. Do you ever think that maybe men have those things? They are just not interested in giving them to you. I notice how a lot of women complain about lack of courtship, but never actually give men a reason to actually court them in the first place.
This might be controversial, and I might even get canceled for it, but you know what? It's real. It's me. It's how I feel. I don't think I have met a smart man. I think men are capable of reading comprehension, maybe even memorization. Fine. As I get older, I'm nearing my 40s, and I'm third wheeling with a lot of my friends. I'm seeing relationships between my family, and I don't think I've ever met a smart man. And I mean this in a way where I don't think any of the men that I know could live the life that they do currently without their wives. Just today, I was talking to a friend about some guy not reaching out to her, blah, blah, blah. And she's thinking if he wanted to, he would. I think he could want to as long as he lives, and he wouldn't because he's not smart.
Never meeting a quote-unquote smart man just sounds like a you problem. Saying the men that she knows couldn't survive without their wives is probably just absolute cope. Calling it controversial doesn't really soften it here. She's almost 40 and still judging every man off a bad sample, like ridiculous.
It gets to a point where you just have to do whatever you want to get what you want. So if you want this guy who hasn't texted you back, fucking text him. Do whatever you want. Fucking drag his ass to the altar if you want to marry him. And I think that's what it is. And I'm looking at my friends who are in relationships and they've molded their partners to be exactly what they want. And that goes obviously without conversation and discussion, but that's it. I feel like single women forget that every husband that seems to be a good partner has been molded. They didn't come out that way. So stop giving men the benefit of the doubt and do whatever you want with them. They're stupid.
So she calls men stupid and says that women need to mold men, and then she says that you should drag a man to the altar if you have to. Like, this is ridiculous, guys. I thought that men were terrible human beings. Do you ever think that maybe if men wanted to marry you, they would go to the altar voluntarily? But of course, I don't think men are marrying women like this voluntarily.
When I tell people that I haven't dated in years and I have no desire to, and their first instinct is to say, oh, you could just go outside and probably find a date, or blah, 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 blah. Do you have any idea that how much I don't want to fucking do that? Okay? Are there nights that I would like to not have to sleep alone, or would like to be cuddled, or share experiences with somebody? Sure, of course. It'd be great. But then it's nights like this where I'm in this house alone, this big ass bed by myself. I got my heated blanket, I got the fan on, I'm happy, I'm exactly where the fuck I want to be, and it's nobody in here stealing my energy. I'm just, and this shit, this shit is so much better than settling for some bullshit ass, crusty, dusty, musty motherfucker. So I highly recommend just single life to everybody. It's glorious. And I got a king ass side. When I tell you I'm gonna turn sideways in this bed tonight, you know why? Because I can. Nobody can stop me. And that is greater than anything.
Whenever I see videos like this, guys, I really don't think that women are typically being truthful. Usually these videos are followed by the same woman complaining because she's still single. Like she's saying here, she loves having a big bed to herself, but these are the same women who are not happy because they still need a man to look after and provide for them.
Guys, I'm so over dating. I'm actually over it. I've only just started again and I'm already fucking over it. I feel like I'm incapable of liking anyone again. I feel like I cannot like anyone ever again. The same conversations, the same questions asked. Bloody swipe, 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 swipe. Oh, you don't meet anyone organically. When you do, they end up being an asshole anyway. Where do you meet people? At work? I don't want to date my co-worker again. Everyone just wants to get drunk and sleep with each other. No one wants to get married anymore. Everyone still loves their ex. Everyone's going through horrible heartbreak. Like, it's just... It's the gutters out here. We're in the trenches, girls. I genuinely give up. I give up.
Burning out on the apps after 1 week is not the men's fault. That is just swiping and hooking up with a bunch of dudes who are not going to take you seriously. Whenever you have a woman who says that she's exhausted from the apps, guys, the real translation is she's slept with a bunch of men, she can't get commitment from them, and so she finds it emotionally exhausting. Maybe, just maybe, the women should stop giving their bodies to random men who have not actually given them commitment. Just a thought.
It's coming from a woman in her 40s. I have something to say to you about worrying about what everyone else thinks of you. You're not stuck. You just don't trust yourself. I think that trusting yourself just comes with age and experience, but I am here to hopefully save you that in your 20s. Trust yourself. Life is not a group project. You do not have to worry about what other people think of you as long as you're not being like harmful or damaging to other humans. So like, if you want to take that job or move across the country or like, I don't know, get a pet, do it. You don't have to ask anyone's permission. That's the beauty of being an adult. You can kind of do whatever you want. Now, it is important that you're making good decisions and being a good person, because I'm here to tell you as a woman in her 40s that the decisions you make in your 20s will affect you for the rest of your life. But again, life isn't a group project. You do not have to worry about what your parents think, what your siblings think, what your friends think. Like, stop crowdsourcing opinions. Trust yourself, trust your gut, trust yourself when you see red flags in things. And that doesn't just have to be relationships. That can be anything. Make the moves. You're not stuck. You just don't trust yourself enough.
So let me get this straight. We have a woman in her 40s here telling younger women to trust themselves. Do you know what happens when younger women trust themselves, by the way? Do you know the default men they select? It is not good ones, guys. They select dudes who are not actually interested in commitment whatsoever. Maybe if the young women had, a father figure to look up to who they believed in terms of his opinions, things would be going a lot more steadily these days. But if you leave young women to their own devices, particularly when it comes to dating, they select terrible men. I think it's, pretty obvious at this point.
They say, "You're beautiful, you're smart, you look like a well put together woman. Why are you single?" Well, have you seen the options out here in the dating pool for women? I mean, you get on these dating apps and these men are on here with posing with pictures looking all fucking scruffy and shit, like they don't even wash their face or brush their teeth or get a haircut. And then the ones that are well groomed get on here acting like they're just here to pose for a fucking GQ magazine or something, but always talking about they're single and never really approach a woman with anything to fucking offer because they're fucking fronting. Well, guess what? I'm a woman with substance. I can take care of me. But however, I do understand what a man's job is to do and his obligation is when he wants to be with a woman. So with that being said, I think you men need to step your game up.
So this woman is saying that she is single because the options in the dating pool aren't really up to her standards. Do you ever think that maybe for the men, you are not necessarily up to their standards either? I always hear about this crap that men need to do, right? Like we need to do our grooming, we need to do X, Y, Z, but I don't actually see the reasons that women are providing for men to actually do that.
The single girlies in their 30s, I have something that you absolutely have to hear. And this is coming from someone that met my husband at 35. I got married at 38 and just had my first baby at 39. So I get it. It is rough out there. And this is what you need to hear. I just got off the phone with my younger brother who is 37. He lives here in Austin. Asked him, "What are you up to tonight?" It's a Thursday. And he said that he has two of his guy friends coming to his apartment and together they're going to practice a new recipe because one of these guys met a girl online dating and wants to make this recipe for her. And so they're all going to make it together and make sure it's good enough. Are you kidding? Like, how wholesome and amazing and sweet. And I just couldn't help but share this because I know how it feels to think like all the good guys are gone. And these are three guys in their mid to late 30s that have great jobs. They are single, never been married, no kids, and they are looking for their wives. They are looking for their soulmates. They want to have families. And I just had to share this because I remember that feeling of there are no good guys left. They've all been married in their late 20s and it's too late for us. And it is not too late. So if you are seeing this, don't give up hope. I know for sure there are three amazing, attractive, successful men in Austin that are looking for single gals in their 30s. So don't give up.
You see, videos like this really concern me, guys, because this is a woman who got married at 38 and had her first kid at 39 years of age. Now, I am not a doctor, but as far as I know, having a kid at 39 is not a wise decision at all. It's actually quite risky from my understanding. But you have women like this who give advice to younger women saying, everything's going to be fine in your 30s, when in reality for women, it absolutely isn't. If you are a woman and you have been screwing around all throughout your 20s, your 30s are typically going to be very damn rough, despite what this woman says.
That is not cute or inspirational from a 55-year-old. That friend you keep giving chances to, she's not misunderstood. She's just like that. Nobody's thinking about you. Post the thing. You don't hate your job. You hate that you have one. Therapy works when you stop lying to your therapist. Your back hurts because you sit like a gargoyle. Stop saying yes on Monday to things you will resent by Friday. Call your dad. If you have to convince yourself, that's the answer. You're not bad with money, you just keep buying stuff. Block him. Block him. Block him. That hobby you don't have time for, you had 4 hours for TikTok and Instagram yesterday. He's not your soulmate, he's just tall. Sunscreen, every day, yes, even today. The relationship isn't complicated, you just don't like the answer. Stop crowdsourcing decisions you've already made. Floss, I'm serious. Your future self is begging you. That book on your nightstand, it's not gonna read itself. And your ex? He's not thinking about you. He's eating a sandwich. Hope that helps.
Most of this list is just good advice, honestly. Blocking a guy, flossing, calling your dad, none of that has anything to do with men being the problem. And then she caps it off saying there's no love left out there, right after telling herself to fix her own stuff. Kind of undercuts the whole speech, really.
As a real deal lover girl, you gotta realize there's no love out here for us anymore. These men don't even want love. I promise you, they don't even want love anymore. Whoever said men don't love these hoes, you're lying. They were just trying to get us off track, trying to distract us, trying to make us feel good. Because let me tell you something. If you didn't already know, I'm going to tell you. They love them. Yeah, they actually love them. So, ain't no love out here for us lover girls. If you're a lover girl, just stay put up. Stay out the way. Pour the love into yourself. Because these men don't want it.
Deciding men can't love is a handy way to never look at her own mistakes here. Most men love just fine, just not someone who's already decided that they are the villain before anything even happens.
If you guys forgot, I'm 29 and single, and I'm having one of those Monday mornings where I woke up feeling like I wanted to cry, which doesn't happen to me often anymore, despite, the whole viral People magazine moment on here that happened last summer. Yeah, for the most part, I feel pretty good about being 29, almost 30 and single. But today just really hit me because I'm tired. I'm tired of dating. I don't know. It's just every person that I meet, there's just something off there. Something doesn't feel right, or I'm bracing myself for it to end. And I don't know if I should take a break from dating. I'm not even really actively dating that heavily.
So this woman is 29 years of age, single, and she woke up wanting to cry about dating. Here's the thing, guys. You might try and empathize with women like this, but you've got to understand that they absolutely did this to themselves. Nobody is forcing women to be single and childless and unmarried at 29 years of age. This is something that they do to themselves.
I'll go on Hinge and swipe a little bit and whatever, but there's never anything good on there, to be honest with you. Raya, don't even get me started on that. And then, yeah, there's meeting in the wild, but I don't know. I'm just tired of being by myself. It's been my entire 20s, pretty much. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys have any advice for me, but I just wanted to show you guys that it's not all rainbows and butterflies over here. I set up my camera when I want to inspire people that are upset about being 29 or 30 or whatever and single. And then there's days like today where it's really, really hitting me. I just want to be in love,
Wanting to be in love and have a relationship after 10 years alone is quite a normal thing, sure, but what these women really leave out, guys, is the fact that they have been doing questionable things for the last 10 years. These women don't just magically end up single at 30 plus years of age or 29 or whatever this woman is. It is an active decision that they make, usually through, dating dudes who clearly don't want them. They say that, oh, I haven't been dating, but in reality, they have been sleeping with men. They've typically been trying to get relationships and failing because their standards are too high.
I just saw this TikTok of this girl saying that women are not getting courted anymore. Men are not wanting to court women anymore. And you go to the comments, and the comments are just so fucking sad because it's women in their 40s, 50s, they've never been on a date. They've only been lusted over. They have never been courted, never even bought a flower or anything like that. And first of all, it's just so fucking sad. But then second of all, I immediately just started to think as a 22-year-old, and I've been on plenty of dates. I've been on plenty of dates with men of all different ages. the thing is, there's nothing special about courtsmanship anymore. There's nothing special about it. Like, I mean, everyone is just so lustful and so sexual. I mean, it's like, you know, the point of being courted is to, you know, feel special, feel wanted, feel adored and loved. It's just basically fucking love bombing now, because the ultimate goal is just for them to get you in their bed. Like, what is so fucking special about this? You guys aren't missing out on much.
So this is a 22-year-old who has apparently dated plenty. That's a great sign here. And she's saying that courtship is completely over. The funny thing about this, guys, is yes, there is less courtship these days, but the women actively encouraged this, right? They wanted to be the men. They wanted to become very masculine and undesirable. And now they are surprised when men don't actually court them. And just by the way, courtship used to be a two-way street. Men used to have a reason to actually court you in the first place.
Unfortunately, I think dating's been destroyed by modern day dating apps. No one yearns anymore. No one courts. It's all done for the easiest possible way to get the job done, get someone into bed, or just slap a label on it and say, oh, you're my girlfriend now, you're my boyfriend now. There's no effort. No one's interested in actually trying to get someone and keeping them, or they do manage to get someone and then the effort changes and it's like, well, I've got you now, so I don't need to do anything more with that. And this is why I want to stay single, because I don't want half-assed effort.
So this is another woman complaining about modern dating, by the way, and notice what she's saying here. She says that she stopped dating men years ago because the effort always changed once somebody has you. The translation here is she slept with the dudes and then they lost interest in her. Maybe you shouldn't be giving your body to men without commitment. Just a little thought there.
I stopped dating males years ago because I came to realize that dating males is a high risk, high effort, no reward activity. And it's really funny because a lot of women ask me about dating and I say, yeah, I stopped dating men years ago. It wasn't worth my time. And they literally cannot believe me. The majority of them are not handsome. They're not fun to be around. They're not intelligent. They're stingy. They're not generous. They don't take care of their bodies. They don't take care of themselves, period. They can't stay hard for more than 30 seconds. They're baby daddies with kids in different area codes that they don't provide for. They don't get tested. They're annoying and they're miserable. It is a high risk, no reward activity to be dealing with men. Unless they are putting stacks of cash in your hand and turning around and leaving you alone, it is not worth the effort. And for those of you who are saying, you know, the only thing I like about them is laying with them, they don't even do that well. So what are we really talking about these days? I would rather have my life and not have to perform for a being who's not even on my level anyway.
A list this long calling every man ugly and cheap says a lot more about her than it does about men, actually. Good guys certainly do exist. They just don't chase someone who starts with contempt for them. Deciding it's all a waste before the first date even happens is not dating. It is just writing men off and treating them like trash.
Tell me why. I'm out here dating, meeting men. In the last year and a half, I've just put myself out there. Meeting these men, they look fucking perfect. You know, there's small things, but I'm like, you know what? Nobody's perfect, you know what I mean? Mask slips. I'm like, oh, that's scary. I run. I don't take shit. I don't take that shit. They try. I'm too smart. They tried to manipulate, gaslight, and then I clock it. And we say no. Not today, buckaroo. You're gone. I know I played college softball, but one strike, you out, motherfucker. Because if you do it now, you're gonna do it again. And I ain't taking that shit. Absolutely not. So we're closed for business. Do not disturb on by 8 p.m. Don't text, don't call, don't ask me on a motherfucking date, bitch. I'm out. Leave me alone. Heavy on the leave me alone. Because I'm out here, I'm gonna live my life. Leave me alone. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm done. Because I've seen what I've needed to see. I've heard what I've needed to hear. And that's enough for me.
Walking away from actual manipulation, fine, no complaints there, but bailing on a guy over one small flaw is how you end up single at 24, though. Admitting she's never even dated, quote unquote, after all that screening kind of tells on itself here. Really, when women say they haven't been dating, they haven't been celibate for this period. So it's all just complete nonsense, really.
Dating in 2026 is so ghetto, and I'm going to continue standing 10 toes on that until I'm proven otherwise. So I was having a conversation with my girlfriends, and just to give you guys context, I am 29 years old. I've been single for 6 years. I have no kids. I have a career. I am at a place in my life where I'm dating to marry, but I've given dating a pause just because of the challenges that I've been having when it comes to dating. So we were having a conversation about my dating life, and what I've come to conclusion is that the younger men are the sweetest men ever, but they're still figuring out their life. And I am not there. Like I said, I'm dating to marry. So young men are out, and I've dated men my age that just like to play games. They don't even know how to set up a date. They are very inconsistent. It's just bad. So men my age.
6 years single at 30 with a full career is kind of hilarious here, guys. So when these women complain about dating, what they're really saying is they screwed around all throughout their 20s. Now they are 30 plus years of age and nobody wants to date them. When in reality, they should have thought about that, right? If you wanted to actually date seriously, maybe do it before you hit 30 plus years of age.
They're just a waste of time. And then I've also dated older men. And let me tell you about older men. Older doesn't mean mature. If anything, they are way worse than men my age. So I'm at a point in my life where I just decided to take a break because I either need to pause, self-reflect, and really ask myself, how can I date differently? So to all the girlies who are in healthy relationships, who were in the trenches once, please, any advice that you would give to any girls who are out here in the trenches, still single, who are dating to marry, who are intentional, who are ready to be wives, what do you suggest? What did you do differently? Or how did you attract the man that you are with today? Please, because we are struggling out here. Thank you.
So then she says that older men are worse. But the funny thing about that, guys, is the older men are obviously not going to take you seriously, right? These are typically men who are overlooked for a long period of time and realistically have no reason to commit to you whatsoever. So it's kind of hilarious that women complain about this. They essentially did this to themselves. If you would like to get early access to videos, weekly lectures, and case study breakdowns of human behavior, make sure you check out the members area link below in the video description. Otherwise, make sure to click on one of these videos on screen now if you enjoyed. Make sure you take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.